Trustees. It's Tuesday, September 21st, 7 p.m. Would you all please stand for the I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time, I'd like to have a moment of silence on military firefighters, road workers, and sheriff deputies. They serve our community here and abroad. Roll call, Ms. Edwards.
Trustee McGuire.
Present.
Trustee Mann.
Present.
Trustee McLaughlin.
Present.
Okay, we have quorum present at the meeting. Next on the agenda, review and approval of prior meeting minutes. Trustees, the fiscal officer sent out meeting minutes for 2 meetings. Those meetings are a part of ongoing litigation with the township, and I cannot approve those minutes. Would either of you want to entertain a motion to approve those minutes?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to approve those minutes.
Can we get a second?
Okay, we don't have a second to approve the minutes. Fiscal officer's report,
I'll
Ms.
make a
Edwards.
comment with the minutes, please. These minutes were, written and not gonna change. These written minutes were written when you had a meeting with, attorneys at an off location. And the other minutes were a short set of minutes. We're trying to meet the requirements of the, audit, and you guys won't approve minutes. You guys just don't wanna meet the findings in the audit, and I'm trying to work on
The issue was never, point of order, the issue was never open on the floor, so it can't be discussed. Move on
So
to
in other
your
words, you're
report.
telling me to shut up and I can't speak on this?
There's no debate.
I'm not debating, I'm making a comment.
Ms. Edwards, move on with your fiscal report.
Okay. I'd like to first, speak on the resolution 21064 that was, referring to the hiring of 7 new employees. It does not provide sufficient or complete information to get an employee set up to be paid. It needs social security number, direct deposit, bank information, and home address. To date, I'm waiting for requested onboarding information to get these new employees into the payroll system. This information should have provided to the fiscal officer once the employees were approved for hire. Mr. Wolf, Chief Wright, and Chief Wright are preventing these employees from being paid. Mr. Wolf and Chief Wright has not given me the information to pay these employees. When I received payroll timesheets on 13 September 2021, I realized I was not provided the needed information to pay these new hires. I took the necessary steps to get them paid for the next payroll period. In speaking with Chief Wright the day after the new employees were due to be paid, they were due to be paid on September 17th. On September 18th, the IT team was in the office to set up email accounts for these new hires. The trustees should consider adopting onboarding policies and procedures to the employee handbook to ensure this does not happen going forward. Going forward, for any new hire, including rehire, department heads must provide the following: the employee's name, the employee's email address, and the date of hire or planned start date. If I do not receive this information, I cannot get these into the system, and those employees cannot be paid whether you put them on the pay or not. That was all I have to say on that issue. As far as the financial report, I provided you all a copy of the financial report. To date, the bills are still coming in slow. I haven't received anything from Mr. Wolf on the road and general funds as far as bills to be paid. I know I've sent several bills out for him to be paid. It's been almost a month now. There are warrants, POs, bank reconciliations in the mailbox. I don't know if you guys seen them and signed them yet, but they need to be done. I think that's all I have to say on that.
Trustees, would anybody like to make a motion to accept the fiscal officer's report? Okay, I make a motion to accept the fiscal officer's report, pay the bills, invoices, appropriations, and warrants.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Mann?
Yes.
Trustee McLaughlin?
Yes.
Trustee McGuire?
Yes. Okay, next under old business, we've got resolutions that were tabled from the last meeting. By your record, Ms. Edwards, we have resolution 21068 or 21069.
Let's try 21070.
Okay. Okay, trustees, resolution 21-070. It's pulled out at last week's meeting. The Jefferson Township Board of Trustees agreed to adopt the job description of the EMS coordinator and promote blank to the position of emergency medical services coordinator. First order of business, would a trustee like to nominate an employee for that position?
I nominate the paramedic for that position. Lisa Humble.
Job description attached, one that I asked what he did. Attached says we just haven't seen it.
It was in your packets last meeting, when you tabled it.
Okay, back up, I'm gonna reread this now that we have an employee name. Resolution number 21-070. The Jefferson Township Board of Trustees agreed to adopt the job description and EMS coordinator and promote Lisa Palmer to the position of emergency medical services coordinator. I move to adopt 21-070.
Who's the job description?
It's in your packet in the last
No, it
meeting.
wasn't. You're the only one that had it, Mr. McGuire.
Right turn lane start now.
This is our-
Is there a second on this, so we can get the discussion open up?
I'll second motion.
Thank you, Mr. Mann. Okay, the floor is open for discussion on resolution 21-070.
You know, this is pretty important, and you wait till, you can't have any paperwork done Thursday or Friday before the meeting. Wait till the day of the meeting to hand the person a packet and start to make important decisions on stuff.
You tabled this at the last
For what reason?
meeting.
For the same reason that I'm irritated now about. The same reason. Why did I table it?
You've had 2 weeks.
And I've not given any information on it.
Okay.
It says in here that the job description is attached. Well, it's not. I guess, you have the attached, it's attached to yours.
So I gave him that, that's McLaughlin. It's, in last week's first meeting, that document was in there.
I need to have, if it says it's attached, for the record, I need to have a copy of the job description, and I did not get a copy of the job description in my packet. So whether you guys got it or not, I need to have it for the records, and I don't have one,
Do you want that
So-
document?
because I don't even know how to spell the lady's name.
This Lisa Humble, is she a firefighter?
She is a paramedic.
That's not the question I asked. Is she a firefighter?
No,
So you want to put somebody in a position that only can, that's not dual certified?
we need to put a person in this position to maintain our license to run SWAT. And she has the qualifications of doing it. She does not fight fire.
Or you ever get qualifications, resume or anything, that doesn't seem by anybody but you two?
It's argumentative, Mr.
That answers the question.
Okay, I call the question on 21-070. Roll call, Ms. Edwards.
I need the motion.
The motion is that Jefferson Township.
No, I need who made the motion, please.
I made the initial motion.
Thank you,
Mr. Mann seconded.
thank you, sir. Trustee Mann,
Yes.
trustee McLaughlin,
I abstain.
trustee McGuire.
Yes. Motion passes.
I still need a copy of the job description. Is anybody gonna give me a copy?
You can have that document that Mr. McLaughlin has, if he'll give it to you.
And then it's fine, would you please pass it back down to me?
Sure. Where's the job description?
Thank you.
Okay, next up, resolution number 21-071 from Old Business. This is the purchase of a new engine tanker fire apparatus from vendor blank to improve the fire response and water supply in the township. This was tabled at the last meeting. Trustees, would somebody like to nominate a vendor for this purchase.
You cannot have two vendors. Per the RFP that was put out in the paper for advertisement, it's posted up there, one is the Jefferson Township Trustees, RFP proposal, blah, 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 the township has issued guidelines, and specifications, blah, 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 the RFP information, including the specifications, can also be found on our website. The deadline for proposals is Friday, July 30th at 11 a.m. All proposals must be sent via certified mail to Jefferson Township, attention, engine, tanker, RFP. Both proposals were not sent certified mail. The one that was not sent certified mail does not meet the requirements of the RFP listing and cannot be kept.
So what are you talking about there?
We do
Which
not have
vendor?
two, we do not
Which
have two
vendor?
vendors. You asked me a question, I'm answering. We do not have two vendors to pick from. We only have one vendor that met the qualifications of the ad.
All right, let me dumb this down for you, trustees. We've got one good fire truck. We got another fire truck on life support that needs a lot of repairs.
I'm just doing things by the way we're supposed to do things,
Well-
by the rules, conduct business.
We
in a
also,
legal-
in
and
open meeting,
that has nothing to do with this. Conduct business in a legal manner of the way it was advertised.
we also had the second vendor approach us in the meeting. All of the trustees agreed to accept the second proposal. In an
That was in
open meeting.
relation to, that was,
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Yes, it was. Because we could have thrown that out
No,
right
you
then and
couldn't
there.
have. You got it officially right. You
So.
got it by certified mail, and you asked the question, sir, of a nomination for vendors, so that's what you should do.
Okay, so let me be clear. We've got the money to buy a fire truck, but you don't want to tell us the fund code, nor give the
I
trustees
have nothing
the
to do with
balances.
telling you a fund code.
Oh, then what is the fiscal officer's
That is,
job?
that's the trustee's job. You
So-
approve the budget,
So usually when
you
we pick,
approve the budget.
so when we pick a fund code, you tell us, well, the money's not there because there's more current
No,
information.
no,
but
no, no.
nobody
I
can
give
get into
you,
the
I give you the
UAN.
financial report, you
Oh,
can't read it.
okay. Yeah, all
You
right.
can't read it? Are you unable to read?
Well,
If you told me that in the beginning, I would have read stuff to you. I didn't know you were illiterate.
okay.
I did not understand that. Nobody told me that you were illiterate.
All right. Does anybody want to nominate a vendor, or are we going to rely on mutual aid and not buy a fire truck?
we need to buy a fire truck, we just need to do the legal process.
We've been trying to buy a fire truck for
Okay.
3 years. That was promised to voters when they gave us all this levy money.
So I nominate Stefan, out of Columbus. Because they're the ones that meet the RFP code. Their RFP was sent certified mail.
Well, is there a second?
Well, because of the current situation as far as equipment in the fire department, we need to get this ordered because it's gonna take over 400 days before we get this.
The question, is there a second?
Okay, we've got,
Some time.
okay, first step here on this resolution is we have to vote out who the bid award goes to. So, Mr. McLaughlin's proposed Sutphen. Is there a second?
I have a question.
You have to vote, you have to get on the table first, sir. Are you gonna second it, Mr. Mayor?
guess that's the only way I'm gonna get my question answered.
Do I have a second from you, Mr. Mayor?
I'm running the meeting, Ms. Edwards.
Well, you're not doing anything. You're wasting time, but yet you can push me and tell me to shut
Well,
up.
quit acting like a
No,
board
you-
trustee.
Um,
You don't
tell that
have
to
the
Mr.
fiscal
Wolf.
information.
Don't tell me that. Tell that to Mr.
I will
Wolf.
second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Mr., question, let me just do it.
Okay, we've awarded the bid to Sutphen, which was the more expensive vendor. Trustees, resolution number 21-071, the Jefferson Township Board of Trustees do hereby agree to purchase a new fire engine tanker, fire apparatus from the vendor Sutphen to improve fire response and water supply in the township. I move to adopt 21-071.
Excuse me. I thought McLaughlin already did that.
This is to get into the rest of the resolution, so we can.
Well, okay, so can you spell Sutton for me? Because I don't have it. You never gave me a copy of the proposal. And then, there's other blanks on this resolution. What not to exceed the amount per the submitted proposal by this vendor.
Well, we've got to get the resolution opened up
Okay.
first. So I've moved to adopt 21-071. Would somebody like to second it so we can continue discussing this?
Mr. Mann already did that. Second, you want to do it again, a second.
I just messed up my copy.
Chief, do you have the bid amount from Sutphen?
It's in the proposal.
Well, you guys read the proposal, you just handed it to me tonight, so nobody knows what the amount is.
Trustees, when you open up the RFP, the amounts were told on the public record. You all were given the numbers in advance. You accepted both proposals to go to their facilities or to meet with them.
What does that have to do with
And
this
so
amount?
that's part of the public record.
I need to have it for this resolution.
So
So what does that have to do with anything? I have no clue what that information is. I don't even get this. Somebody needs to tell me the numbers that go on these blanks so you guys can sign this.
Why don't you pass that down? Is that just specs or is that the whole?
It's in there. 653, 422. That's yours, Tracy.
So that's what you want me to put, not to
Yes.
exceed 653,422.86?
Yes.
For the record, the winning proposal is $653,422 from Sutphen. Any other discussion on this resolution, trustees? Roll call, Ms. Edwards?
Trustee McGuire.
Yes.
Trustee Mann.
Yes.
Trustee McLaughlin.
Yes.
Okay, old business number 3, resolution number 21-072. Jefferson Township Trustees do hereby enter into a 5-year trash contract with the city of Dayton. Just to refresh everybody's memory, I asked for verbiage in this contract to provide a big trash day, a date to be determined in the fall as a part of our agreement. That means nobody will have to request special handling to have big items out. They can simply put it at the curb, and then there'll be one day where Dayton comes through and just picks up everything that's sitting out by the curb. Trustees, I move to adopt resolution number 21-072.
Second.
Mr. McLaughlin, any discussion?
So what's the verbiage for the, I got in front of it, my wife says that in front of the shelf disease. I don't see the verbiage on the pickup, day pickup.
I haven't seen the final draft. I don't know, is that in this one, or is this the old contract?
No, it's new.
It's the new one?
In the work session, I explained that to you. Came from Fred.
Yeah, you said that, and now that I voted yes, don't see anything in here about big trash pickup at all. Correct.
Information all through. Right now,
Okay, here it is. G under, G. So D, hours and collections, equipment, employees, G. Under two, and there it is. 2, scope of service, G, the last one, annual community events. City of Dayton will coordinate with Jefferson Township administration for 2 annual community cleanup events that will allow Jefferson Township residents to dispose of bulk trash items through non-scheduled curbside pickup on those dates in April and September each year of the agreement. Now, so that comes with another question. We were asked by a resident, that we're not giving up the ability to still call and ask for a certain date for one individual, and a resident can still call and come pick up stuff. I don't see that.
Yeah, that doesn't take that away. This
doesn't?
just gives us a special day to kind of, for everybody
Okay.
that owns their garages and barns.
Right.
That's on number C2. C2. If I'm reading that correctly. It's on the top of the page of the hour. Is that what you're
Bulk
looking at?
items, yes. Upon request, yes, okay. You're right, Jim, still there, okay.
Any other discussion?
Yes, sir. On the contract itself, is this contract I'm gonna have you trustees sign to go somewhere, or you're gonna have another copy to sign, because your signatures on the back of this contract, and there's blank lines on this contract.
Commitments date, okay, so the top of it be today, the intergovernmental agreement centered upon this date, today. Are we doing this for the contract ends, do you know, Steve? Are we doing in the first line of the contract itself up there?
Right.
We entered into this on today, or is there a certain date when the other one ends and this one starts? We got to put in there. What,
Today,
today, okay.
even though the effective date is when the other one expires.
21st.
Then what about farther down, the commencement date?
The date that the other one expires, whatever date that is.
Do you-
But the city of Dayton is gonna send you out 4 contracts signed by their city commissioners to do this one more time, but they need assurances that you've adopted the contract.
So all they need is a copy of the resolution.
So
Plus the
really,
signature on that.
so really, we can pass the resolution. and
Yeah,
There's gonna be more paperwork to
there's
sign.
gonna be more coming.
So, but you're saying they still need to sign a contract
Correct.
too?
They asked for that too.
Okay, so they've gotta approve this, Dayton's gotta approve the rest of this, and then we'll have a live document to sign.
Right.
You still have to sign this according to the.
They'll still sign it, we'll send it back.
So you have to sign the resolution and, contract. All right, that was all the questions.
Good. Roll call, please.
Trustee McGuire?
Yes.
Trustee Mann?
Yes.
Trustee McLaughlin?
Yes.
Good.
Again, please sign the resolution and the contract on the last page and pass it back to me. This is the 21st.
You will sign that. You sign it from, will it date our signatures
No, that's gonna post.
when they sign it?
So Dayton City Commission will have to also sign off on this agreement. And then there'll be one live document with everybody's signature.
Mr. Mann?
Yes. Well,
Oh, no, Trustee McGuire hasn't signed it.
the resolution itself, has to be signed.
It's a resolution.
Thank you.
You didn't know that, Jim.
Okay, that takes care of the resolutions from the previous meeting. Trustees, do you have any other old business to bring to the table?
I just got a question in regards to that special meeting you had, this first week of the month. I got an email from you, Jim. Trustees, what is your availability for a quick meeting this week?